In this Did They Get It Right episode, we're talking about the attention to detail that the Masters of the Air producers paid to how they dressed and equipped the actors.
Well, Melanie, when I first read that Apple TV was spending $300 million on a miniseries, and my first question is, what did they spend it on? And I will say, after watching 6 episodes now, the attention to detail on the uniforms and the props outstanding. Now, I'm a history fan. I'm not a historian by trade, but I have read enough reviews coming from historians that know this stuff. They talk about how accurate the uniforms are. There was one post was talking about, they brought up the pictures of the wristwatches. They were period on. The brands were correct. The brands of the liquors on the bars were correct. And of course, that's a prop. And then, of course, all the different uniforms, whether it be the ground crew, the different officers, and the different uniforms that the crewmen wear, have been just spot on. I don't know whether they recreated this stuff or they bought it. They're still
Oh,
out.
they
I don't know.
did.
Maybe that's where $300 million went.
Buying all that historical. No, they actually did recreate it. I was watching a little, I think it was out on the internet, a little interview with some of the people that were involved in that, and
Wow.
how carefully the leather, the way they had to treat it to make it look exactly like the leather bomber jackets did at the time, even the stitching. So this is kind of a great opportunity to share something that we've put together that is a video that shows the actors picture side by side with the person that they portrayed. And all of these pictures were put together by the 100th Bomb Group Foundation. And so just to show the attention to detail, not only the details of the uniform, because as you watch this video, look at what they're wearing and look how similar the clothing is. It's almost exact, but also pay attention to how well they selected the characters as a lookalike to those that they played.
Well, Melanie, that is so awesome. You almost wonder if the actor and the original person are from the same family or kin. Some of them look so alike, and it's amazing. And of course, I've seen pictures on social media and stuff. It's not photoshopped or CGI. These actors really do look like the real crewmen and the real characters and masters of the air. So, um,
Yeah. It
gosh,
would be
yeah,
it would be interesting to talk to them and have them share their feelings about becoming that person. I know that we have an episode prior to this from um, Johnny Halliwell that played de Blasio, that was the tail gunner for Rosenthal's crew, that was the one plane that
mm,
made it through Munster. And he expressed such respect and gratitude for the opportunity to become William de Blasio. So I know that each one of these actors really did spend the time. You can see just in how they look, they spent the time to study the person that they're playing, and I think we saw that in Band of Brothers as well, when especially because we got the interviews,
yes,
with the actual men at the end of different episodes. And I remember very vividly being amazed at how much the person who played Garnier looked like him. And so I would say that they've continued in that tradition, and as they created this series.
and I'd love to ask the viewers right now if it took so long to do casting. I just wonder how long it was to find not only a quality actor or actress
Mm,
and find one that looks like the original. And I'm just curious, and that took time. And of course, as we
yeah.
know, time takes money. So it might be the 300 million, in production cost, but well worth it. And they did a wonderful job on matching up the actor with the
Yeah,
character.
even Austin Butler playing Clevin, um, I was one that had a little bit of criticism before I saw the film, but the more that I read about that choice, the more I see he really did capture Clevin, because Clevin did have the kind of the handsome, quiet, austere disposition that we've seen Austin playing. And of course, I thought, oh, it's Elvis.
Yeah,
But he really is playing him correctly. And he even had a speech coach to help him speak correctly. So, what we might misinterpret as being too cool, or we did another episode on that. But again, I think it's just shows how well the actors prepared themselves to be who they're playing, which is pretty normal. I think usually the best films, the actors really do become that person. They become, you even hear about the method acting. I'm not sure that there is a lot of method acting going on, but I'm sure there probably was in some aspects. But after watching that video, I think that we can safely say that when it comes to the detail that they put into the show, they definitely got it right.
they sure did. Thank you, Melanie.